I need to have a red clear here in order to do it. The light slowly dims and my vision returns. I am indeed standing in a safe place, the studio in the TV world. It's a relief to look around and see everyone else here too. They all look confused as to what happened, but when I approach them, they break into a smile and congratulate me on the victory. You know, seeing everyone in one place like this, we've got quite the crowd together.
Well done, Narukami. I'm sorry for the trouble we caused.
No, we owe you too. Thank you for stopping the shadows.
Akihiko-san comes up behind me and nudges my shoulder. When I look toward him, he smirks in that dauntless way.
I could have gone to the top myself, but I'll let you take the glory this time.
Thank you, Akihiko-san.
I hear a fuss, and then look toward the exit from the world at the center of the studio. Everyone is gathered around the stacked up TVs, wondering what this is all about. We head over.
I keep saying this is my world. You have to go through this TV to get out to your world, Junpei.
Huh? We go through a TV to get out of the TV? Come on, Blue Daruma, quit kidding around.
It's for real. But, now that you mention it, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Going into a TV leads you out of the TV?
Jeez, what are you making it all complicated for? It's fine. The TVs are connected. These things only get confusing because you overthink them.
I don't believe this. Look, you just gotta show them.
It seems Teddy and the others are trying to explain about the TV world to the shadow operas as we just met today. Hikari-san and Ken couldn't seem to somewhat understand, but Junpei is just isn't getting it. Yep, that's Junpei. And Teddy and Yosuke are having a hard time explaining it to him. Then again, Junpei-san might be too distracted with the shock of seeing Kanji sticking his head into the TV right next to him.
What the... Dude, what are you doing?
Whoa, crap!
Kanji quickly pulls out of the TV and stumbles backwards. Unfortunately, right behind him were Teddy and Junpei-san, watching him a little too closely. The back of Kanji's head hits Teddy's face, and the back of Teddy's head hits Junpei-san's face. So the force of the hit causes Junpei-san to go rolling all the way to the edge of the studio. I wonder if he's okay. It's fine. He's got a thick skull.
Stupid Kanji, that hurt. Don't you know the saying, a head in motion tends to stay in motion?
That's an object emotion tends to stay in motion, but I digress.
Shut up! It's your fault for rubbernecking. When I stuck my head out, I saw a security guard making the rounds. Huh?
Junpei, why are you sleeping on the floor? And just when we were trying to explain things to you.
Teddy, that's not right. If I had to pick sides, I'd say Junpei was clearly the victim right now.
Hey, wait a sec. Kanji-kun, did you just say there was a guard out there?
Huh? Yeah. So?
Then the town's back to normal. The people who disappeared must be safe now, right?
Ooh, that's right! Good job, Junpei. You did great!
I'm not sure what I had to do with it.
All right, it finally feels like we won! We saved the town our very own selves. We did it!
A cheer erupts from all my friends on the investigation team at once. Seeing us in high spirits, the shadow operatives also come forward and join us as well as congratulate each other on the brave fight. I'm so glad I was able to protect my friends. I sense someone looking at me, and when I turn around, I see a figure watching us from a distance. That red hair, the uniform jacket tied around his waist, is the sword in each hand. That's...
Show.
Everyone turns around at this intense is up, but Sho doesn't say anything. He just points the tip of his blade he's holding at me. He must mean he'll come to challenge me to a fight again someday.
However many times you want, but next time we'll fight one-on-one, fair and square.
For a brief instant, it looks as if Sho's mouth forms a smile. It doesn't last long, though, because he turns to run and quickly disappears. Was I seeing things? No, I doubt it.
That boy. So he survived.
Yes.
Regrettably, he is a serious criminal who tried to destroy the world. We cannot leave him be.
I understand.
I mean, I imagine world destruction is against the Geneva Convention.
But I won't be so stubborn this time. I ask that you all cooperate with us in capturing Minazuki.
I'm honestly surprised at this. After the P1 Grand Prix came to a close, Mitsuru-san clearly told us not to get involved any further and rejected all our offers to help. I understand that she did so as to not drag us into anything dangerous. But we decided to save Sho. Mitsuru-san must have come to understand our feelings and included us in the search for him. Sho's never had a chance to interact with people. He has no idea how. So we'll fight with him as many times as it takes, explaining our true feelings to him each time. We'll do it over and over until it sinks in what it means to be involved with people. As long as Sho keeps trying for us, I'll answer him with all my strength. So in a way, my answer is already decided.
Yes, of course.
With that, the members of the investigation team who have been listening and chime in from behind me.
To me. My persona's gotten real strong. I'll find that show in no time so Senpai can breathe easier.
That reminds me, that dude was wearing our uniform. I guess we should start by beating the crap out of everyone at school?
Why is that your first go-to?
No violence yet, Kanji-kun. An investigation must be carried out based on thorough examination and confirmed evidence.
Huh? Was he wearing our uniform? I didn't notice at all.
I remember Minnie's smell, too. He can run, but he can't hide from Teddy's nose.
Many?
Dude, will you stop giving everyone and everything those weird nicknames?
Does your nose even work anymore? You've been sneezing this whole time.
No, I haven't. That was because of the red fog. It was filled with a terrible curse and...
Curses don't exist. Although given what Kagatsuchi was after, I suppose it did have an effect of that sort in truth.
Why are we so scatterbrained? Can't you guys stay on one topic for 10 seconds?
Oh, sheesh.
Good. It's like always. I can't help but smile and join in with everyone. I'm not alone. Even if it turns out that I have to fight Sho again, my friends and I will handle it. We're the investigation team, after all. When we return from the TV world, an utterly mundane world is waiting for us. And as we stand around in the quiet dawn at Junes before it opens, Yosuke looks around and at the eyebrow-raising outfits of the shadow operatives. I think I'll not tell everyone about him sighing. Thank goodness we came out at this hour. Then again, I'm at a loss of what to do when we go to Yasugani High, closed for the holiday, to see Mitsuru-san off, and a pitch-black military helicopter lands on the grounds. After seeing them all off, we return to the empty pre-dawn food court and take our usual seats.
Sitting here makes it feel like I'm really back.
Indeed. It seems that for now, the case is closed.
Man, that guy sure gave us some grief. Wasn't the world on the brink of ending?
Mm-hmm.
Although I felt a bit sorry for him.
Huh? For who?
You can't even figure that out? She's talking about how Sho probably didn't want to turn out that way.
Yeah, he's a really clumsy kid. I keep thinking about how similar I was, you know?
According to Mitsuru-san, ever since Ikutsuki abandoned Sho, he was left for dead in the hospital's care. I surmise that is where he learned of Ikutsuki's death, and later heard this plan's proposal for Minazuki.
That reminds me, that thing that showed up at the end. Hino Kagatsuchi, right? What was that thing really?
Yeah, it said it was born when this town was enshrouded in fog.
And that's not all. It was all over my fuzzy head, but what was that collective will of so-and-so part about?
I guess it was formed from the hearts of people who only think about themselves, never caring what happens to others.
Yeah, when the fog covered this town last time, the hearts of people who only cared about their own safety gathered and formed that Hino Kagatsuchi.
That's a sad way to be. I wonder why some people think like that.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it except to do our best. By the way, partner,
Yeah?
did you see Adachi up there? What happened to him in the end?
No way! Adachi-san?
That bastard was here?
Oh yeah, I hadn't told everyone yet. By the time I turned around and after defeating Kagatsuchi, Adachi-san was already nowhere to be seen, but...
Don't worry about him. He'll obey the rules.
No one asks any more questions after that. We'll just let the psychopath continue to roam free. He said he will follow he said he will follow the rules. He pinky swore on it. None of it say me as such, but there's a strange kind of trust we have about Adachi-san, who told us that he'd obey the he'd obey the rules of this world. And in this case, at least, Adachi-san was true to his word.
All right then, let's go home. But man, some long holiday this turned out to be.
Seriously, Yukun came to visit and we didn't get to talk at all.
Oh well. But now that it's all over, I think I had fun.
Yuki-chan, have you turned to violence? Thinking back on it, I did see some dangerously scary faces from you.
Teddy, would you like to see me angry?
There, that's exactly what I'm talking about!
I somewhat understand what Yukiko-senpai means. Despite the lost time, we've gathered as a group again. I'm glad for that much.
We all silently nod in agreement to this. Once today is over, we'll return to our normal lives and walk our own paths. Even then, someday, no matter when it may be...
Yosuke-senpai, I'm hungry. Can't we go grab a bite yet?
Oh, meat sounds great right now. You'll scale treat, of course.
I'm not treating anyone. The store's not even open. Stop trying to make me treat you guys every time.
Things really haven't changed at all. Oh, Senpai, look!
I look to where Rise is pointing and see the sun starting to rise from far beyond the town. Those thick thunder clouds and that day they had covered Inaba yesterday seem to have disappeared along with the fog.
Let's go, everyone.
It's going to be some nice weather in Inaba today. That seems pretty definite, but oh wait! Epilogue! And like that, the long holiday is almost over. We're on our way to the station. I said I didn't need anyone to see me off, but since I didn't get much time to relax, deep down I was happy to spend even a little more time with everyone. As we get closer to the station, a familiar figure comes walking from up ahead. As we're about to pass each other, she speaks to me.
Thanks for your hard work.
Yeah, same to you.
It's not like I really did anything. I was getting my butt handed to me and you weren't around. Like, that was fun.
You were keeping Dojima-san and everyone else safe, weren't you? That was a huge help.
Stupid. Stupid no-tech love machine. You're being too honest with me. Stupid.
Marie blushes, somewhat embarrassed, but she was protecting this town from the worst of Kagatsuchi's effects. That must have been extremely hard on her.
Hey, this town, do you like it?
Huh? Yeah, I love it.
Go home already. Get out of here and come back soon, jerk.
That was an even bigger outburst than usual. I wanted to express my thanks to her more, but... Well, seeing her in good spirits again relieves me. I'm sure she'll continue to watch over everyone in this town. As I watch her run off, I hurry and catch up to my friends who have gone on ahead. When we reach the platform, Dojima-san, who is already here, hands me my belongings.
Thanks for bringing my things all the way here.
Don't worry about it. Man, you seem pretty busy. So, if you're headed back, does that mean things are settled?
There's a hint of reproach in Dojima-san's eyes. A detective's intuition is an impressive thing. I can tell he still trusts me, since he's stopping short of grilling me for the details. I just wish she'd stop with that drill-like stare.
Take some more time off the next time you come. She seemed pretty lonely.
Nanako looks away sadly as Dojima-san pushes her forward. She's pouting a little. Nanako, I really feel bad that I couldn't spend more time with her.
Oh, Yukon, it's almost time.
Well then, time to disband the investigation team for real this time.
I feel a little down when you actually come out and say it like that.
Yes, but disbanding means that the case has been solved. We should take pride in that, at least.
Investigation team?
Oh, crap!
Chihei's dog went missing, so...
Huh? Really? If you had told me, I would have rushed to help in a jiffy.
Where are you falling for that? Just sit quiet.
That's not fair. I wanted to help too.
I'm sorry, Nanako. I'll be back in the summer.
Really?
Whoa, for reals? You're gonna stay the whole summer, right?
Oh,
Yay! That's more than a month. We could do anything then.
Let's see, the summer festival? Going swimming in the ocean? Ooh, and the fireworks show.
Somehow we've gotten sidetracked to the subject of me staying here for my whole summer vacation. I actually hadn't decided myself how long I'll be here then. In spite of myself, I glanced towards Dojima-san.
You wouldn't mind at all. Nanako would love to have you around.
The train will be arriving shortly. Please step behind the white lines for your safety.
Big bro!
As I lift my luggage, Nanako rushes over to hug me. She was pouting before, but it looks like her sadness has reached its limits.
I don't want you to leave. I want to play with you too.
Nanako.
You really didn't get to spend much time with her.
Yeah, thanks, Kagatsuchi.
Nana-chan, I'll play with you.
Ruined the entire long weekend. What a prima donna, am I right?
I know. Nanako-chan, come over to my place. We have a dog. No, I want Big Bro.
Nanako, if you keep saying such selfish things, I'll tell you a scary story before bed.
Nanako freezes for a moment and with a sudden jolt before reluctantly letting me go. Dojima-san, I'm not sure that's a good way to keep her in line.
have more time over the summer vacation, Nanako. We can play more then.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know Nanako-chan doesn't like scary stories.
Yeah, if she sees a scary story on TV before bed, she can't go to the bathroom by herself. I'm the one who gets woken up in the middle of the night.
I mean, what kid really does like a scary story? I don't think it's a wide pool.
Dad!
Sorry.
Jeez, we're through, Dad.
Nanako, tired of being teased so much, rushes into the train, even though the departure bell is already ringing. That is not good timing.
Nanako!
Well, I chased after Nanako and rushed into the train, just as the door closed behind me. Dojima-san and my friends are left behind and on the platform with dumbfounded expressions. As the scenery begins to slowly move, they all start chasing after the train. Nanako looks back and forth between me and the others outside and seems a bit panicked. I grin and then look around and inside the train for a seat where we can both sit down until the next station.
Broken? Eaten? Why the hell does it keep changing like that? Break? What is it, a car? I don't even have any brothers named Ken!
Oh my! Are you studying English? Oh, it must be a cold day in hell.
I mean, to be fair, English is an abomination of a language. It doesn't make sense even to the English.
You old hag! I'm trying to study here, so quit making fun of me!
My. He's embarrassed.
Damn, my mom looks so happy. I ain't doing this because I want to. I ignore her and turn back to the study aid thing.
Oh, that's right. There's something I wanted to ask you.
Well, what is it? Quit bothering me. I just hurry up and ask already.
Well, our dyes seem to be running out much faster lately. Do you know anything about that?
I got real flustered at her sudden question.
How should I know? Maybe we had a burglar or something.
Oh my. A burglar who only steals dyes.
Like I said, how should I know? You're probably just imagining it anyway.
Come on, no need to hide it, Kanji. What were you doing?
Is that so? How odd.
Man, she's really sharp about this stuff. I can't let her figure it out yet. She can't know that I'm like thinking about the family business and all. My senpai are third years now, so it's only natural that they talk now and then about our plans for the future. And I've been giving it some thought myself, so I decided to start training in secret about stuff like dyeing. Huh? What's the studying for? That's part of my plan too.
I just remembered. That navy blue handkerchief I washed yesterday had an odd unevenness to its color.
What? Like how? That handkerchief was my best work lately, and...
Wait, the one I washed was a white handkerchief. Ah, the ravages of age. I keep misremembering things.
You old hag!
She caught you there, Kanji. Ma leaves, chuckling all the while. That old hag. She knew. Feeling embarrassed about my secret training getting found out, I take a break from studying and pick up one of the dyed goods out in the store.
The color just isn't the same.
I compare it to the fabric I dyed for my mascot plushie. I didn't notice until I actually worked with the dyes on my own, but Ma's dyed goods are something else. How does she get the dyes to do that? I can't catch myself sighing and shake the cobwebs out of my head. Yu Senpai has gone back to the city, and my other senpai are probably leaving town next year too. According to their post-grad plans, Rise and Naruto too. Even now, they're away from Inaba more than they're here. To be honest, it's sad to see us all go our separate ways. But the funny thing is, I don't feel as nervous about it as I did. Maybe it's because I found a goal I can be proud of. And that goal is to become a pro craftsman, spreading my dyed goods across the world. I do that, and my friends who leave Inaba won't be lonely, no matter where in the world they end up. But first, I got to get better at dyeing, and I need to learn to speak English too. Well, I know a particular answer that can help you with that. No one's going to get that joke, and that's not even the dyeing I was talking about in that sense. With new resolve, I look up at the Tatsumi textile shop curtain. Seeing those vibrant, perfectly dyed colors, I can't help but feel a wicked laugh rising up in me.
I ain't giving up, goddammit!
Excuse me.
As I'm picking up an empty plate from the parlor, which is as lively as usual, a guest beckons me over.
Oh, you're a high school girl and a manager? That's awesome. Hey, could you wash my back later?
Ew!
Sir, please don't joke like that.
Well, I might consider it if you held a party here every day for the next year.
Really? I'll take you up on that.
Thank you for your patronage. Of course, I must ask that you pay for everything up front.
Huh?
While the guest is stunned, I exit the parlor. Even people like Kim are important guests. It would be easy to lash out, but I've started to learn lately that there are other ways to deal with them.
Yuki-chan, are you okay? Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
Don't worry. I'll make sure to lean on you and the others if I'm ever feeling stressed. Please help me out if that happens.
Really? You've gotten so dependable all of a sudden.
I can't help but smile a little at the waitress's delight. The reason I'm able to try my best like this is because of my strength alone. It's more that I want to keep pushing myself further because as I have people who depend on me. And I think it's because of that case that I'm thinking this way now. I've made my decision to take over the inn, and everyone is cheering me on. To live up to their expectations, I need to train hard, so I won't be disgraced as the inn's manager. Even when it comes to cooking, I don't have to be as good as the chefs. I just need help. I just need to be able to take some simple appetizers by myself. Some simple appetizers by myself. As I moved to the corner of the kitchen and I was barring, I checked the contents of the pot.
I think it's missing a bit of tartness. Maybe I should use yogurt.
Oh boy.
Huh? It burned? That's odd. I was sure this was how the chefs did it.
Yuki-chan? I smell something burning. Are you okay?
There might not be in a moment.
I'm okay. For now.
You're improving as a manager, but I think your progress as a cook is still bumpy.
That's putting it lightly. I can't help but sigh at the waitress's gentle rejection as I stare at the burnt pot. Maybe I should get more people to help taste my food. Yeah, I'm not alone, so I'm sure my friends will be eager to help me out.
save math for later. I gotta start with general ed questions first.
I just noticed the poster on a wall says Blue 3, which I assume is a play on Bruce Lee. I waved the white flag at the incomprehensible row of numbers and opened a different book. Jeez, this one's pretty thick too.
What is this? Some kind of old manuscript? Oh, I'm in great shape at least. How come there aren't any practical skills in the primary exam?
I give up at the endless list of formal sentences and plop up onto my bed. The comfortable feeling of my pillow slowly lures me to sleep.
So sleepy.
It's no use. I know when I'm beat, and the sample question for the police employment exams are too rough.
I bet Master would
too tough.
totally ace the written exams too. I mean, he'd make it to the top easy.
I remember declaring to Akihiko-san my dream to be a police officer when I got to see him during the incident the other day. Why a police officer? It's simple, really. So I can protect everything I care about. Things like my family and friends, and this town itself, where I have so many good memories of growing up. Yukon's gone back far away to the city, and since Yosuke has decided to go to college, he'll eventually leave Inaba too. Risei-chan and Naoto-kun will probably have to do a lot of traveling in their work, and even Yukiko said she might go to do some innkeeper training elsewhere. Kanji-kun's supposedly up in the mountains in search of dyes and cooking wood, I think. Wait, that part about cooking wood seems off. But even if we end up separated, it won't change the fact that we can always come back here to Inaba. That's why I'll protect this town. That, I think, is the real strength everyone gave me.
I'm gonna become a police officer, no doubt about it. If Master's at the top, I'll work my way up to his level.
And that's why I can't be bummed out just because as I stumbled a bit over objects subjects I'm not so good at. I lightly slap both my cheeks and wake myself up to get a second wind, and then I jump out of bed and head back to my desk once more. These sample questions are a tough enemy right now, but the stronger the enemy, the more true fighter the more a true fighter welcomes the challenge. Once I become a police officer, I'll bust up bad guys at crime scenes one after another.
I need to be on the streets, not behind a TV.
Akihiko-san, a government official with the police, will be my strict but kind boss. Oh, and I bet if a case comes up, our ace detective Naoto-kun will help us out on the investigation. Yukon and the others will be amazed at how I take care of business. It's kind of embarrassing to think about that, though. And there she goes.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best.
I mean, A for effort. Sometime after the Golden Week incident, I was in the drawing room of a certain dummy company in Okina City. To the public, it's merely a small publishing company, but in truth, it's been rented by the Public Safety Service as a base of operations for administering police activities, police activities carried out in secret. Though at times I cooperate with them on investigations, I'm still an ordinary high school student, and since I'm only an outsider from the police's perspective, it would cause too much of a stir for me to come into contact with public safety at regular police stations. This, in other words, is one of the few places I can be at ease. I've come here a number of times after that case and grown acquainted with some of the part-time employees. Given my position, and it may be dangerous to get too close to public safety, but the relationship is extremely useful as a source of information. The fact that it's a pipeline I established myself undoubtedly gave me greater confidence as well. Upon hearing the details of this case, the man from public safety is lost in thought for some time. But then he tells me with some chagrin that the secret inquiry into the Kirijo group is concluded.
What do you mean?
You probably believe that this investigation is about the potential dangers of the Kirijo group, but that's not the truth. It was ordered by top public safety officials who aren't keen on Mitsuru Kirijo's influence. They're trying to find fault with her to rein her in.
Then, were these top officials dissatisfied with my report?
Oh, your report was detailed and accurate, but that was too fair for their liking.
Are you asking me to report a distortion of the truth?
Don't glare like that. The officials used Kirijo's disappearance this time to order an investigation on the Shadow Operative's facility.
Yes, I know about that. I'd heard from my friends.
But these investigation results aren't what those at the top hoped for. If this continues, they may abandon rational judgment in their desperation.
In other words, you think they would begin to suspect me as taking sides with Kirijo?
Yes, but that's not what we hope to see happen. In all honesty, enabling their power struggle has no upside for our organization at all. We are very satisfied with your work. That's why it would be less than ideal if you lost favor with the top officials and became unhireable.
I understand. Though they're all part of public safety, you're saying the top officials and the on-site investigators have different views.
That's the nature of the beast. You have my permission to continue visiting this place from now on. So, I ask that you play along this once.
Permission to continue? So, you leave a thread for me to follow while telling me not to get too involved. A bit self-serving, wouldn't you say?
A harsh assessment. Both the inner truth and the outer veneer matter in society. That's how it is.
I was only joking. I thank you for your generous consideration.
I give a bow and leave the room. When I step outside the building, I see a clear blue sky spreading overhead. I take a seat on the bench that catches my eye. The afternoon sunlight, just now beginning to heat up, shines down on me. It's been a while since I've had time such as this, with nothing pressing to occupy me. This case forced me to think about several things. First, shadow-related incidents are not limited to the Midnight Channel. Second, the Shadow Operatives, the only organization that can counter those threats, are in a politically unstable position. Finally, there may be more powerful remnants of ergo research, like Show somewhere.
This bears further investigation.
Since I'm both the detective and a persona user, there should be truth that only I can unearth from my unique position. The scope of this investigation will be vast, and I may no longer be able to remain in Inaba. But no matter what kind of physical distance I put between myself and the friends I made here, our hearts will never be apart. Having made my resolution, all I must do is make the first move in my investigation.
It seems I'm about to be very busy.
All right, that must be the place.
A few days after the incident during Golden Week, After coming to Okina City, I find what I'm looking for and start walking towards it. What am I looking for, you ask? The sign for a cram school. See, I've decided to go on to college after graduating from high school. I know I'm off to kind of a late start, but that's my fault for ignoring my guidance counseling results.
Thanks to this case, I feel like I'm finally prepared to face my future. It's like I finally made a breakthrough.
A breakthrough?
When I was chatting with you while reflecting on the case, he gave me this puzzled expression when I started talking about this stuff. I told him vaguely about what I couldn't muster up, and that how I couldn't muster up an interest in the future, since we'd all be going our separate ways, because I'm having so much fun with my friends here and now. It came off a little unfocused because I tried to cram everything I wanted to say, cram in everything I wanted to say at once, including how this isn't because I'm unhappy with the way things are.
I kept wondering if there was any way I could spend my time with everyone forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that that's just running from reality.
Excuse me? Everything in this world changes, and that's what makes it interesting. These bonds we have will keep changing too, but that doesn't worry me like it used to. No matter how far apart we may be, no matter how different the paths we take may be, I rely on everyone, and I want to be someone everyone else can rely on.
That's why for now, I'm focused on finding a big project that won't bore me until I die. First, I'm gonna go to college and expand my horizons. I guess for how long I thought about it, it's a pretty standard path.
It's a start. There's no shame in that.
Oh, I think that's just like you, Yosuke. Isn't the long consideration really the important part?
That's what my partner said after listening to my endless spiel. He might be right. Taking time to consider things must be important too. And so, after picking up the application for cram school and coming back to Inaba, I'm now taking drastic measures at Yamanaita bookstore. In front of me is a shelf of Study A books, and all around me are serious-looking guys as I'm hesitant to talk to.
No idea which ones are any good.
Huh? What are you doing, Yosuke? The shelf with the nurses is over there.
Good lord. The guys picking up out Study A books immediately stare at me as Teddy, his voice pierces the quiet of the store. Come on, give me a break. Why did I have to run into Teddy here?
Stay over here for today, thanks.
Oh, you're looking for camouflage. Something to hide your nurses with?
Good lord.
What? Hell no!
Teddy proudly rushes over to the certain corner I always stop by. Feeling everyone's heated stares at me, I grab Teddy by his collar and make a dash out of the store. Damn it, I wonder if maybe Janez will get some Study A books in stock.
This part seems to be lacking a bit. It should be more showy, extravagant, all out! Hurrah! I feel like I'm on a roll!
Just deal with it. I go on decorating with splendid watercolored signs, which give the impression of the blue summer sky, and shining star decorations too. On top of that, I made the mannequin sexy too, to better fit the summer theme. As I'm nodding at my awesome display, Yosuke is making a beeline right toward me. I bet he's surprised at my utterly perfect display skills.
Yosuke, what was that for?
For being you.
Shut up! What about this is perfect to you? It looks like a midsummer swimsuit sale.
Oh, now that you mention it.
Oh, that's all you can say? Listen, This is supposed to be a section for elegant summer clothes for the early season. So why set up a swimsuit sale, huh? Stop changing things on your own.
Oh, but Sensei will come back once summer comes, right? My mind is already in full summer mode.
You're jumping the gun way too much. Don't drag our store into your shenanigans.
You say that, but aren't you curious too? Don't you want Yuki-chan, Chie-chan, Rise-chan, and Nao-chan to wear these new swimsuits as soon as possible?
Good lord.
Sure. But wait, we weren't talking about me.
Oh, I know. When Sensei comes back, let's invite Mid-chan and her friends to the beach.
Mitsuru-san and her friends, huh? Oh, they're regular working folks. I mean, they're a special unit, so I don't think they could just...
Yosuke! The game will end if you give up. Just imagine what they'd all look like in swimsuits.
Hey. Of course, there will be Chie-chan and Yuki-chan, Nail-chan and Rise-chan. And on top of that, the beauty is of the Shadow Operatives, led by the glamorous Mit-chan in a grand gathering. Even I can't help but get excited at the thought. God damn it, Teddy. Oh, that look up Yosuke's feet, Yosuke's face means he's gonna get the nosebleed soon. And Yosuke sure is easy to read.
Look, that doesn't change the fact that it's way too early for this. Hurry up and get the display how it's supposed to be.
No! I will staunchly protect my paradise!
Good lord.
Your weird paradise has no place in our store! If you don't hurry and fix this, I'm docking your pay.
Also, I've noticed the lack of Igus in that picture. That is a war crime.
This is tyranny! Utter totalitarianism!
Good lord.
Well then, let's start from Act 3. Ready? Go!
Look, a white bird. Could it be the same one we saw together last summer?
Hark! I am acting!
Who cares about birds right now? If there's something you want to say, then say it.
Please don't be that way. I trusted in you. I believed in our promise that we'd come here on this day. So why did you bring her? I feel like an utter fool.
Oh god, is she doing a soap opera?
Rise-chan.
And Oisan's voice echoes across the quiet rehearsal room. Geez, I already told him that the rehearsal's a little behind schedule.
No, Oisan, we're still rehearsing here.
Oh, sorry. Please forgive me.
And Oisan quickly apologizes and bows to everyone. And I'm about too, apologizing to the actor I'm rehearsing with, and the director for holding up the rehearsal.
Ishikawa, it's time. You're free to go. Everyone else, take it from the top of that scene.
Huh? But
Go on, or they'll yell at me. The promise was we'd do this without getting in the way of your other work. Though, I mean, your acting was great.
thank you. Is there anything else?
What do you mean, anything else?
Anything I should work on?
I just told you that your acting was great. You're rushing this too much.
Suck up.
Well, I don't know. I guess you need to work on accepting your strengths and trying to build on them? Sure.
Wow, what a half-assed answer.
Accept my strengths?
That's right. Hey, I take back what I said. Everyone take a 30-minute breather.
At the director's orders, the tension in the rehearsal room lifts. I grab my towel and bag before hurrying over where Inoue-san is, making himself scarce near the entrance.
So what do you need to talk about, Inoue-san?
Oh, right. The response to your TV appearance the other day was amazing. We keep getting tons of calls with more work for you. And that's why we'd really like to set up an actual schedule and put a huge media blitz behind your comeback.
No, I told you that's not what I want. I'm not even close to my peak performance yet.
Huh? But they're all really good deals, you know?
Nope. Don't you remember how we talked this over with the agency? I want to put my schoolwork first right now. Oh, can you bring the car to the front?
My persona grew a lot during Golden Week. Though it's because I had help from that Elizabeth lady. Once again, I couldn't express my true self on my own. I need more confidence and a firm footing, so I won't be lost no matter what I come up against.
Rise-chan, where are we?
I have voice training after this. Come on, you're my manager. Get your act together.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Can you give me a ride? I want to hear about what kind of work came in.
Of course. I'll bring the car around, so wait at the entrance.
After seeing off a noise on, I jogged toward the parking lot and opened up my cell phone. The main wallpaper is a picture of everyone we took at the food court. To make my ideal self a reality, I'll surely have to keep facing up to my weakness. But I'll have help. As long as everyone believes in me, I can overcome those weaknesses as many times as it takes. From the entrance to the studio, I look up at the blue sky. That's a little closer to summer now, and wait for an Oe-san's car to take me to the next rehearsal. The end. And then they all sang. Completed story mode from P4 perspective. Yeah, so that is the P4 story. Now, I do think it could have used some more details and stuff. I think it would have worked better as an RPG sort of thing. Because I think that I think a lot of stuff had to come out, like be cut out. Like, obviously, the only reason Risei's persona evolved was to add her to the roster. It would have been nice if that came back a little more. And like, it could have used more with Kagatsuchi, more with Sho. Like maybe seeing things from his perspective every now and then. But there's an Adachi chapter that's with this version of the game, because this version came with all the DLC that was originally released. So we will get at least some of that, hopefully, when we learn the Adachi side. But yeah, the fact that you had this big boss at the end and it blew my mind, and I absolutely adored it, because like I said, I love big RPG set pieces in boss fights, in fighting games. So it was great to see that, as bare bones as it was. It was their first time trying that, I believe. But it really worked for the Persona series. Like, this really helped make it feel like a Persona game. Like, especially with being able to choose who fights and some story segments if you had people with you. Like, making it feel a bit more like a party instead of everything being up to you. That said, I will get into more detail once we do the P3 story, which we'll do as soon as these credits end. I think we got time we still got time to get started on the P3 story. We can do like an hour into it, an hour or so. I just noticed Kagatsuchi has a sword sticking out of his head. That's a neat detail. I need to turn on my fan. We're getting in summer right now, so no, it is a little warm. I even have my window open and there's no wind blowing. I got two windows open actually.
This program was brought to you by the following sponsors: